Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I have returned, and it's been a very, very long while since I've been around, and it's been very interesting. And I say interesting couple of weeks. Some big things, some important things, and a lot of stuff that happened not just in the wrestling world, but the real world, all this stuff. So there's so many things that has happened, so many things that have really, the stuff is the plate is full, and there's a lot of things I can talk about. I could talk about the recent death in pro wrestling. The one of the greatest ring announcers of all time, Howard Finkel. He passed today. 69 years old. Man, I remember. He was one of the most the ring announcer of my childhood. You know, he's been a just one of the biggest, just one of the most iconic ring announcers, and just he was from 80s and some of the 70s, the 80s, 70s to pretty much honestly, most of my entire childhood and such, and he was one of the most consistent ring announcers, and yet one of the best one. Best way he announced Edge was rated R superstar. Yeah, he was one of the most people who did that. It was probably again the way he did it, the way he announced, and way he actually connected with people is something that we will always remember. Always remember, and yeah, and it's his work will live on, and that's the most important thing from all the stuff was from his work from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, 2000s, and he will always have that type of connection and such. So yeah, this is a sad. It was sad, but he has definitely made his mark and deserving of the man who will eventually get a a Hall of Famer. And you know what? He deserves that. He deserved to be the Hall of Fame. And not just in the Wrestle Observer in 2018, but also the WWE Hall of Fame in 2009. He deserves to be there, and just one of the best. And not only that, he was also a color commentator for Madison Square Garden, and he was, I think he was an announcer at WrestleMania at one point. So, yeah. And in fact, funny enough, he was the guy who coined WrestleMania to the entire. When they were trying to figure out the name for that big event, they said, let's call it WrestleMania. So yeah, this person was a key figure in shaping what the WWE is. So yeah, all my thoughts and prayers go to him, his family, and the people who was the closest people to him in the wrestling world, which. Man, the wrestling world had a really bad couple of, these couple of days have been really hard for wrestling fans. Wrestling business as a whole. It was a huge hit and such, and this seems to be, it just really, yeah. It's it's been a very bad. It has been a very, a long, just a very long, just a very long week for wrestling fans. So, I mean, not just losing Howard Finkel, but there's been a massive, in WWE, there was a huge firing and such. Huge. And by the way, if you want to talk about this and other events, because this is a, dang it. Sorry. There we are. We're back. I'm back. Sorry. Just had a live thing. Want to make sure everything is connected. And it seems to be doing that now. But thankfully, we have the audio here from my Audacity. So I always have a recording, always backup. So, yeah. Anyway, I just did a good, the Howard Finkel stuff will be added in the podcast if I didn't catch it. Anyway, about, let's see, if you want to call in and talk about this stuff on the, the show and everything. Remember, if you want to call in, you want to talk about this subject of wrestling and your best moments with Howard Finkel or anything else we're talking about, because this is the Grab Bag Show. It's going to be here for 2 hours and such. So we're going to be talking about that stuff and everything else, entertainment, pro wrestling, and everything else in between, and what you're doing with the whole COVID-19, with lockdown and such. What are you doing to pass the time? The number is 605-562-0444. The number is 605-562-0444. And the call ID, the show ID to connect me to Duke CT is 92417. Once again, the show ID is 92417. But if you want to just do the internet thing, that's okay as well. The internet thing, you just go in, you have a headset, a microphone, the internet connection, listening right now. You can bam, the internet connection, bada bing, bada boom. You're connected. If we can sit and talk for a while. And if not, hey, the chat room is on lock. You see, I can chat rooms and say, just chat room on lock as always. If you can't get to the phone, you can't talk over the YouTube this thing. Which, by the way, one of these days I'm gonna think about actually doing this live on YouTube. If y'all want, I might make a poll or whatever. See who wants to see the Dukect Lounge live and such. Do a live stream via on YouTube. If you want to see that happen. But yeah. If you want to do the chat room's right here. Always on lock, always live, so you can sit there and talk to me about the subjects here. But yeah, it is wrestling today. Wrestling, well, we're gonna talk about this. Just there was a lot of layoffs this past week. Just a huge, and I mean. And a lot of people have a lot of words about it. In fact, Sin Cara has some stuff to say about it. But before that, let's look at all the people here. And by the way, this whole thing, because again, this is not surprising, because a lot of businesses are losing workers, are in a bad position, to be fair. Say that. But then you have WWE said, thanks to Florida, was deemed an essential business because of, a donation by, let's see, I'm going to say this again. It was supposedly a donation to the governor. I need to look in this whole thing. Make sure. I want to see what this is because I want to make sure I say that. Oh, here it is. The Atlanta Weekly. A pro-Trump PAC run by McMahon pledged $18.5 million the same day DeSantis deemed WWE an essential business in Orlando. Really? I mean, yeah. And by the way, the press release will be for pro-Trump broadcasting advertising from Labor Day through Election Day. Not surprising, mild shock. But yeah, it was a donation, not a bribe. Even though, I mean, it pretty much is. But then again, bribing and politicians, that's just that's a day that ends in Y. So I mean, that's what you have to do if you are when you want to get something done. If you have the money for it, the doors will open up for you if you pay a little bit of toll a bit, pay a little, grease a little bit of the palms, and bam, there you are. And I know it's getting a little bit of politics and such. Some people might not like it, but hey, it's just I'm talking about this stuff. But yet, it reminds me of a quote that it just reminds me of a good old quote that from John Dewey. And John Dewey said this quote, and I think right here, and I'll put this right here. He says, we are right here. Let me just say, it says, quote, let's see where it is. As long as, let's see, where is it? Let's see if I can find it. John Dewey, right here is the quote, and I'll be on the video version of this. It says, as long as politics is the shadow cast on society by big business, the attenuation of the shadow will not change the substance. And this has been something we have been having, this has been, before even I was born or even thought of. This is how, this is, until this is solved, getting the money out of it, we won't, this stuff is still going to happen. So, I hope this is not going to, I hope one day we'll get out of this situation, but, well, it's here we are. We are here. We are in this complete hellscape right now because of it. And it's sad. And it is truly sad. And I wish. All right. All right. And it's just that I wish we would have more of, this type of it's more transparency. But again, if that's not going to happen anytime soon, and I hope one day we will get to that point, and yeah, I'm probably type some stuff up for people to. I'm on, trying to get the word out. I'm live on Facebook, so yeah. But it just seems that type of, again, shadow cast by big business, and that seems to will never ever, the oligarchies never leave. We are. That's what we are. But anyway, back to the point. WWE deemed an essential business. But then again, it's funny when they said to call it essential business is supposedly, funny enough, a WWE employee was tested positive for COVID-19 after working at a taping for WrestleMania 36 on March 25th and 26th, March 25 and 20, between March 25th and 25th and 26th. The individual, and by the way, here I'll put the article right there and link in the description. The individual has since made a complete recovery. That's good. That's nice. What else? And let's see. Here we are. But yeah, back to the sad part. They've released over 21 members of its roster yesterday. And here are the people's names of the ones here. You have Rusev, Drake Maverick, who released a heartbreaking video. And I hope that he gets back on his feet. And I know this is not the end for him, and not the end for like others. Drake Maverick, Zack Ryder, who has right now his T-shirt is completely sold out. I think it says not here. His T-shirt is sold out. People are, I think Zack Ryder, aka Matthew Brett Cardona, he will be fine. He will come back out of this. He will come back. And to me, I'm surprised because without Zack Ryder, there is no BD Elite. There is no way the wrestlers get into YouTube. And heck, without that, there wouldn't be AEW. Full stop. There would be no AEW because of that. Oh, what's up, guest two? All right, how you doing? But yeah, there wouldn't be that. So we got to put respect on Zack Ryder and such. And not only that, let's see, who else? Kurt Hawkins is gone. Carl Lance and Luke Gallows, which to me is surprising because they came in with AJ and they had a house of fire. They were good, but they just, I don't know what it is. The matches were decent, but they never really had a hardcore connection with the audience. And you could say blame it on booking or them, but again, with so much fanfare, they could have done something more with them, and it's sad. Heath Slater, who honestly worked his butt off to get people over and all this stuff, to do everything, and yet he gets fired, same as Eric Young, Rowan, Sarah Logan, who I honestly think there's a star there. Look, I like Liv Morgan, I like Ruby Riott, but I think Sarah Logan had a chance to be something big, something special, and I hope somewhere out there she gets a chance, and I think she goes to Impact, she's going to wire some people, or someone like that. And then I know where Jose, Mike Canales, Maria Canales, both are gone. EC3, Leo Rush, who was recently the Cruiserweight champion, Primo and Epico, and also Kurt Angle, Baxter producer, and and his retired stuff. Aiden English and longtime referee Mike Shinoda, who, man, that dude, he has been one. I mean that man right there. Oh, what's up, Magic? Hopefully you're enjoying my ranting. But yeah, these wrestlers, they are so much there, and they're gone. It's there we are. I'm just posting the links to Facebook right now. But yeah, it's horrible, and this is not just happening in the wrestling bubble. It is happening in the wrestling bubble, but also it's happening everywhere else. It is I feel terrible for these wrestlers, but also I feel terrible for everybody, and I do mean everybody who's losing their jobs because of this. I feel terrible people losing their jobs from all of this, and not only that, losing opportunities, losing opportunities to entertainment. I mean, sports as well. People who do sports for a living. I'm not talking about just like athletes from the college athletes, but also college athletes. Their March Madness, their tournaments are gone. Men and women are gone. The NHL, the major sports might not have a season and such. They might not have that. So we don't know what's going to. We don't know what's the effects to this stuff is, and I hope these guys land. And honestly, I know this is not a. This is going to be really anger of people. I think that some of these firings were going to necessarily happen for WWE. Their roster is way too big and bloated. I don't think they should have fired those guys, but there are some of them are just like maybe they shouldn't have got in the first place. And I think that's the problem. They overextended themselves. They destroyed. I mean, the UK scene is basically dead because of NXT UK, and no one's showing up for NXT UK, which I might actually talk about. If anyone want to talk about that situation, I might talk about more, and maybe I get somebody who actually, maybe I can reach out to people at NXT and just talk about that. That would be a good podcast to do in a situation about that if I can get that down. But yeah, they're just too big. They care too much about every empire. They want to expand, but they forget about fixing their core. They don't know. Well, the infrastructure back at home is rusting and fading away. It's crumbling. Infrastructure crumbling, which is happening right now in this country. Like all empires, all empires, they crumble from within. And that's what WE has done. It's a house built on sand. And, well, this thing just crumbled apart. Maybe WE will hire some of these people back, but also they need to maybe start cutting. Maybe limit NXT UK, stop NXT UK, and bring it back down a bit. But, hey, that's just me. That's just only me. But, anyway, bring it back into maybe, something back to NXT what it once was. You know? That's just my personal opinion. Could be wrong. Anyway, let's talk about that. Let's talk a little about some, let's see, what stuff? The entertainment world. There's a lot of stuff that's going on in the entertainment world. Oh, before we do this, Sin Cara's reaction. On Twitter, Cynthia Del Oro on Twitter, it says this. Reaction Best Friend says, very sad news today. Thanks for all I have pleasure working with. It says, quote, and you still wonder why I left. Wow. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. That's a mood right there, and I'm not surprised by that. But yeah, it's just, the way WWE's handled this is not good. It has not been a very, very good thing. But that's just, I would say that's a theory. A game, no, that's not even a theory. That's just a fact. It's just 100% factual now. But yeah, it's... Yeah, but anyway, back to something else. Let's talk about something that's not too negative. Oh yeah, we're not talking stuff like this and too negative, people. I mean, there's been ups and there's downs, but I think there's some good stuff here. The good stuff, some positive things. The games and people are playing right now. A lot of them, including Doom Eternal. I haven't played that. Again, I'm not playing anything just related to Bethesda because, again, Bethesda, that whole Prey, we went with Prey and they sued this corporate called Pray to the Gods, which, Pray to the Gods, which I still can't, still, ladies and gentlemen, I have no ideas. They had to change their name because of the stupidity of Bethesda. I mean, just yeah, they had to. I still no. Yeah, they had to change the name, and I said nope. I like I said back in 2017, and I'll say it again. I am not going to buy any Bethesda game until they get their heads. Maybe an apology, or maybe I don't know, the people behind the scenes could get fired or whatever. Because they say they really didn't have a choice. BS. And besides, the reason why Prey didn't sell well because you didn't market it well, not because of an indie title. That's why. I can't mess with Bethesda. Why would anyone want to mess with Bethesda, people? Why? Why would people want to do that? But yet, okay, you know what? But hey, you enjoy Doom Eternal. I'm happy for you. Animal Crossing, a lot of people seem to love that game. I tried getting into it back in, I believe, 2003. I played a demo of it. I was like, yeah, it's nice, but again, it's like The Sims with me. I'm like, if it's real life. I'm like, if I can't, Why am I going to be sitting around doing something I could do in real life or something like that? Okay, we can't do anything now. We can't go out now and such. But yeah, it's been an interesting, games and stuff. You have this. You got Resident Evil 3, which a lot of people like. Some people didn't like because of the time, which, I feel you. Because, again, in this generation or any game, you shouldn't pay $60 for a 6 or 7 hour experience. How good it is. If it was like $40, I think people will be okay with it. But yeah, I see how people get pissed off. But again, Resident Evil 3 was not a long game. It was short. You had the extended things here, but yeah, they did not have this game was not long. It was not a long game, ladies and gentlemen. It was not long. Anyone who says that stuff is lying. They are lying. They're lying to you. But yeah. Snaps. But yeah, they're lying to you. They're lying to you, man. But yeah, I hope you have a great time with it because that looks fun, and I can't wait to play that. I can't wait to actually sit and play that game. When I get a better PC and and some money to go with it. Also, you see Final Fantasy VII that's coming out, and a lot of people remake, which looks great. Personally, I want to see the full game. Oh, where is this? F7 Remake Part 2. Let's see. Is that gonna? Yeah. Let's see. Where is it the full game? Yeah, no. I'm waiting to the entire game. That's my thing. I'm waiting until the game comes out fully. I want the full game because once again, I don't want to just get one part and such. Oh yeah. Because again, Final Fantasy VII original had I think how many discs was it? Let me look and see how many discs. How many discs? I think 3 discs. Let's see. Yada yada yada. How many discs? Gameplay. Yada yada yada. Okay, the arts. Yada yada yada. Yada yada yada. Graphics. Okay. How many discs? Let's see. I think it was. I think how many discs for the PS? I think how many discs? Oh, it was 3. And Final Fantasy 8 had 4, and 9 they had 4. Yeah, they had. Yeah, these games had multiple discs back in what. That's what the old stuff is, man. You could do that back in the day. Is that have multiple discs, and now they're doing the same thing. So I'm just let me play. Let me wait until the whole game is done. All right, that's me. I don't want to sit there and put I know it's 60 hours and such. It's 60 hours. It's long, but I want the full piece. I want the whole thing. Yeah, I want the whole package. Yeah. I can't do a Macho Man, but yeah, I want the full thing. I want the full thing with it. And and besides, there's only one big game I can't wait for that's coming out next month, and I'm going to be getting the pre-order of that. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. That looks great. And also, here's something interesting. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Epilogue is set 1 year later after the main story, which is interesting. So yeah, it looks like they're gonna have a nice epilogue as well. So hey, it could be like a what was the it was a Final Fantasy 4. So basically, it's the Final Fantasy for the after years. So that's what it is. That's what this is. The after years, the aftermath of it. This this is going to be definitive. It looks to be really good, and I can't wait for it. Well, not only that, but the graphics are going to be really good too. So I wonder what they're going to do with Melia, what they're going to do with Shulk, because what story can you do? What story can you actually do with these characters? After saying this, you know, this everything else. But yeah. But yeah, that's going to be one of the big things that this game is going to do. I can't wait to do that. I can't wait to sit and play these games because it looks like it's going to be fun. It looks like it's going to be, it looks like it's going to be. Oh well, let's see. I don't think it's, and like I said, I don't think I want this to be great, but I wonder. I don't think that people are gonna be like hating this game, but I think it's gonna be great. I think the Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition is going to the Definitive Edition will be something that people are gonna be like, yes, this is gonna be this. I could say right now, this seems to be the remake era of video games, and I mean, at this point, I would not be surprised that the Xenoblade Chronicles, if this works, I wonder if this going to be what's going to be Xenoblade Chronicles 3? How are they going to connect this to the other Xenoblades? Are they going to do it at all? Are they going to do what is it going to be about? That's going to be a big question coming down that pike. But yeah, let's see what else. Let's see what else is releases. Let's see, in this crazy world of 2020, what is coming out here in 2020 supposedly in April? Okay, we've. Sorry. Something went down the wrong throat. Sorry. We got Predator's Hunting Grounds next week, April 24th. Ultimate Ninja Storm, The Road to Boruto. Okay, that's nice. Dreadnautical, that looks okay. I need to look what that is. What is that? It has to be a war, something in the ship. Wait. It's basically a cartoonish, let's see, a tactical turn-based RPG with roguelike elements. So, let's see, it's the, with a supposedly a very creepy tone. Oh yeah, it looks noirish thing. Okay, so that's a thing happened. So it's just basically you're stuck on a ship and you're basically trying to fight to stay alive, and oh my gosh, you know what this is? Man, what is that movie with okay, what's that movie? That 90s movie. I know I'm. Let's see. Wasn't. Let's see. What was that? Let's see. Let's see. 2000 cruise movies. It's not DB, but I know I'm. Let's see. Not cruise. Let's see, 2000. Okay, let's see. It's not the. It's not Open Water, U571, Ghost Boat. Is it Life Aquatic? No. Jumping Ship, Nims Islands. Let's see, maybe maybe it's the 90s. Perfect Storm? No. No, it's not the River Rising. No, is it Deep Rising? Is it that? That's it. Maybe is it Deep Rising? Yes, that's what I was looking for. Deep Rising. Oh my goodness, man, this is. Oh my gosh, that's the Dread Natural. That reminds me of that Deep Rising. Oh my goodness, just yeah. Yeah, the dude with Treat Williams, Frankie, that stuff, man. People remember that movie? So this article could be like a serious version of that. Dread Natural could be a very serious version of that. So yeah, that's interesting. What other stuff is out there? The Azure Striker Gunvault Striker Pack, so that's gonna be a thing. Gears Tactics, nah. Let's see what else. Not only that, but let's look again. May is going to be May is going to be really fun. Wait a second, John Wick. What the heck, John Wick Hex? Okay, it's an action strategy game. It looks really okay. That reminds me a bit of Metal Gear Acid. The artwork looks like a Metal Gear Acid a bit. John Wick X. I'm surprised they haven't they made it into a video game, but it's tactical shooter, which is on the Microsoft, and it was on Microsoft Windows and Mac OS. It does, maybe it's just me, but if you look at I don't know, it just reminds me a bit of like the Metal Gear Acid stuff. It looks interesting. Never played Metal Gear Acid, but the art style reminds me of that game. It just, maybe that's just me. That's just old Duke. Maybe that's just me. Just saying that stuff. Anyway. Let's see. What else is the games that people are going to? I already talked about Xenoblade Chronicles. The Wonderful 101. I can probably get back to do that. If I get a PS4 soon, I can actually, let's see. Maybe play Arcade Spirits. Or Trackmania or whatever. No, that comes on the PC. Ninja Law looks something like Ninja Law looks like so it's a free online multiplayer, so I guess it's gonna have to, so yeah, so this is Ninja Law, which pretty much is it's just Splatoon but with ninjas and bubblegum. So yeah, that's gonna be very interesting. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. So that's something I don't get. Wait, you got the Borderlands Legendary Collection. I might actually go and get that. That looks fun. I have XCOM on the PC, so that's the best way to play it. I'm sorry, I know the XCOM can play on the consoles. You can play it, but the best way to play XCOM, in my personal opinion, and I could be 100%, you could do you, but XCOM always should be, ladies and gentlemen, should be played on the PC. You can't do that. You just can't do the You just can't do it on console. Some things you can't do, tactical stuff on consoles. You just got that's just mouse and keyboard. That stuff like that. What else is coming out? Oh, Fast and Furious Crossroads. Ooh, that looks terrible. They should delay that until like next year to the movie because that looks terrible. What was this? 140K Mechanulus? I can't pronounce names. It is, let's see, it looks good, and it's what is it? I know it's a video game. It's an XCOM version of that stuff, it's a turn-based tactical game. That's what it is. So yes, that's something I'm not going to probably play. What else? Terra, Journey's End update. That's something people really like to play that game. Let's see. No, I don't want to print that out. Just, gosh. PC's acting a little wacky. Terra, Journey's End. So, looks like it's going to finally end the series. I don't know. Until the sequel comes out. Like, they're ending this one, and about 2 months later, the sequel's going to come out. Well, that's not really surprising. Let's see. What else? And then, let's go on to next month, though, is June 2020. Hopefully, we'll be back open, and by then, I think by the mid-May, we'll be open. But June, I think we'll be all back open, mostly. We got the Outer Worlds coming on Switch, which I might be getting. Also, Ghost of Tsushima. PS4 looks really good. I can't wait to play that. I love a good samurai game. Man, I'm just like, we have our ninjas. We got these cowboys that come back. I mean, we need a good samurai game. A good samurai game would be perfect for the, perfect to, actually do this stuff, man. And I'm surprised you don't have more samurai stuff out there, which, it's kind of just surprising. It's actually supposedly looks like it's going to be in June or it's going to be in August. Who knows? But yeah, it looks to be fun, and it looks like it's going to be the same people who did Sucker Punch Productions. I think it's the same people who did the Sly Cooper series. So yeah, Sucker Punch, the same people who did Sly Cooper and the Infamous series. So yeah, it's gonna be Ghosts. So yeah, they have a really good track record with very good of great games. So that's gonna be interesting. So yeah, you got that. You got Warborn, which I have no idea what that is. We'll just look that up. It's a turn-based mech game. Joy. Oh, people have fun. They got Tour de France. I mean, that's gonna be something. And Pro Cycling Manager. Woo. Let's see. What else is coming? Oh, Death Stranding for the PC. That's nice. Let's see. 51 worldwide games. That's gonna be a thing. Command and Conquer Remastered Edition. Hopefully that's gonna be good. And then you got July, Catherine Full Body. That's for the Switch. Cat Quest Possum Pack. I guess if we're still inside, we'll be start losing our minds. So I think we'll be doing that, playing that game for 30 days. What else? The Luigi Mansion 3 Multiplayer Pack 2. Hopefully they cool the net code and such. And yeah. Other than that, we have, August, New World, Wasteland 3, Windbound, and September 2020, Marvel's Avengers, and Cyberpunk 2070. That looks to be cool. Both coming out on the high-end consoles. including Stadia. In fact, why can't they just get rid of the Stadia thing and just put it on the Switch? Seriously, no one cares about the Stadia. I don't know why people are still trying to make it a thing. It ain't happening. Stop it. Just stop. You can't make that into a thing. Wait. Oh, State of Decay 2? Is that going to be a thing? Oh, yeah, it's already a thing. It's early. They're probably doing more updates to it. What else could be something? A lot of other stuff. Let's see. Blair Witch, Horizon Zero Dawn for the PC, Godfall, Halo Infinite, Assassin's Creed 2020. Yay, we're gonna do that more. Cuphead, The Delicious Last Course. They say that's gonna come out soon. Gods and Monsters, yada yada. There's a lot of things that are coming out this year. So, by the way, the same WWE 2K1 is 2K21's happening, but then some people are saying it's not happening. There is no. I don't know if it's going to happen. Is it going to? And supposedly, they said is W2K1 canceled? Which, if that's the case, this could be good. I hope it is. Because if they cancel it, maybe they'll stop with the modernization of games and actually start finishing them. Like, you know what? Let's scale it back a bit. You know what? Instead of that, let's remake some of these games. So since the remake train is already happening, why not just kind of people who did like a remake version of No Mercy, for the Switch or whatever? Since that would actually be fun. Instead of that, have a remake version of No Mercy. On the Switch, you have old stars and new stars, and have the same type of great combat and great stuff. That'd be great. But that's just me. Anyway, I'm gonna take a small break here. We'll be right back, and we'll hopefully have some phone calls and people in the chat. And remember, if not, hey, you can chat and talk on the comment section below the video and everything else. And hopefully, I am entertaining you here live. And if this is actually something you want to see again, I'll do another grab bag episode maybe once every couple months or so. All right, we'll be right back right after this here live on TalkShoe.com here on the Dukect Lounge. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll be right back right after this.